Hey guys, it's Rachel from free scrapbooking ideas and videos.com here with some tips for you on how to coordinate a large family photo. So I come from a big family and my mom likes to have a Christmas picture with all the kids and grandkids on it every year, and a couple of years we've tried to do it and it just nobody was happy with it. And my sister and I talked about the fact that we felt like a lot of it was because of the clothes that we wore didn't really work, didn't go together, didn't have a good pose. So I slash she and I came up with some ways to try to fix that. So I'm just going to give you some simple tips on things we did that helped us to get some photos that we were really happy with. So number one was I actually went to a local park and kind of scoped out some places that we could take the photos. So like backdrops that I thought would work, places we could, do the photo. So that was the first thing. And then I actually created a private Facebook group for everyone in my family so that we could all kind of chat about it and give our opinions on planning it. So I uploaded the photos of where I thought we could do them. I actually went to the park and took photos of the places that I thought would work. So I posted those to the Facebook group, and then my sister and I also decided that we felt like the clothes made a big difference and we wanted to kind of coordinate everyone's clothes, which I know sounds a little bit obsessive, but we were really happy with the results. So that was part of the Facebook group as well, we came up with a basic idea of the colors, and then each person in the family uploaded photos to the Facebook page, and we could kind of coordinate the clothes that way. We actually all live in the same town, but the Facebook group was just a real easy way to do that. And how it ended up was, you can see here we did, this is kind of what we based it off of, the colors of the other clothes we wanted to have. And then you can see we uploaded pictures and tried to coordinate them and, talked back and forth and chatted. And it ended up that the Facebook group helped, but we did actually kind of look at the clothes in person as well. But the Facebook group really helped to get, to kind of get us coordinated and started. So we did choose clothes to kind of all go together. We chose the different backdrops and everything. And then I also came up with some different ideas for how to pose all of us. We have, at least one super tall person in our family, and we'd noticed in the past that it was hard to everyone to just stand because then it just didn't look quite right. And so we kind of took those things into consideration and looked through some large family photo ideas online and tried to come up with some different ways for people to stand. And so we came up with that ahead of time, because what we always found was when we tried to do photos, if nobody was in charge, then nobody was in charge. So, or if everybody was in charge, nobody was in charge. So my sister and I kind of worked together to come up with the pose ideas, and we actually created just a little quick handout for when people came, just because our family tends to joke around a lot and just kind of goof off, and everyone gets frustrated and we don't get the picture that we want. And so we just created a real simple little handout for what people could expect, and I think that just kind of gave everyone a little more guidance, and people didn't feel the need to joke around as much for some reason. It was still fun, but we were a little more focused. We brought some candy for the kids so that after each, little session, we could reward them for doing well. We had a friend take the photos with, I believe we had a tripod. I'm not sure. If not, that would be a good plan. But we had a friend come with us, and we would set up the pose the way we'd already kind of planned it, and then we would just have the friend snap multiple photos, because usually you can take 30 photos and get one good one. So we did that. The friend was a big help. We thought ahead of time and brought a quilt for where we could sit. Let me show you some of the ones we came up with. You can see we brought this quilt with us. This is one of the poses we did, and here's another one. This was kind of a casual one with everyone just looking around, and there's everyone looking at the camera. And this is the one we actually ended up using for the family Christmas card. This was our favorite one of these. I don't know which one exactly, but one of those. So those are just some things to think about, ways to hopefully make it easier to get a great family photo without having to necessarily hire a photographer. We actually had done that, and still we had fun doing it ourselves as well. So we also thought about the time of the day and the lighting, and there's no way to get every little variable just right, but those are just some things to think about, and hopefully that'll help you put together a fun family photo. It's kind of that time of the year. It's about to be Christmas card time, and maybe those tips will help you get together a good family photo. All right, thanks a lot.